to do it to him. Look at that. We were looking at the Amazon. That one was the $100 to $1,800 today, but that I called it out on stream and I said this one for you guys. I remember this one. I said this very specific, but I didn't pay attention till after. But those are $1 in the money now on McDonald's. So that's not what I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to flex that because we called that on stream. So it allows me a great opener to say, well, subscribe to the channel and go check out the streams. We're going to be streaming tomorrow, 6 a.m. I'm still deciding if I'm going to be going to Vegas or not. Haven't changed my shirt yet. Shout out to people watching. I see y'all watching. It's good. But I'm going to talk about how I knew the market was going to bounce because I have a crystal ball. I want to discuss that with you guys, and I said I'm going to do it to you. I'm going to finally make the video here. I'm going to include it here so I could talk about two things, and I'm going to talk about my favorite technical analysis indicator. If you've been on the streams, I'm not a big fan of technicals. I want to talk about this. This one's used by people I know in the investment world, the hedge fund world. I want to talk to you about how it's used, how you guys could use it, how you could use it as information, and yeah. So let's talk about how did I know the stock market is going to bounce and what gives me the right to say that. Honestly, go watch the videos. You go even my latest stream on Friday. If you go look, even Christmas Eve, go see the comments on that stream. People were like, bro, why are you buying calls? It's going to die. Like, I can't, like, why do you keep buying the dip? I was even talking Amazon on a lot of things. And I even said there's going to be a historical move. Today was the 4th largest uptick day in NASDAQ history for the buy programs, meaning the algorithms and the price and pretty much the influx in one moment, just in one like it was a volume surge. That's why the market was moving like this. That was the most we've seen, the 4th largest in history, something like 2010. So what made me come to this conclusion? And honestly, you know, the title, what I'm saying, I'm joking. I don't have a crystal ball. Do you know what's going to happen in the market? No. If anybody tells you that, they're, you know, do we even have to say anything? You know, I don't know what's going to happen in the market. I'm looking at stuff. I'm forming my opinions. I'm sharing them with you guys. You know, if you're only watching for 1-2 minutes and you're only getting a little bit, then yeah, you're like, well, shouldn't you tell us this? Well, I'm explaining my logic behind it. And if you've watched the streams and everything, you see my approach to it. I'm still hedging myself, and I understand I could be wrong, and I'm very, very well aware of that. But what would make me to say something like, okay, we're going to have one of the most historic bounces? Why did I say that? What made me come up with that? How do you predict that? Well, I'm going to point to, and then even, you know, I made a video saying, should I talk more beginner stuff with the options? I thought about it, and even in this topic, the link in this description, there's the free stock trading course. It's 3 days. It's a 3-day trading boot camp, but it's about investing. You're going to learn, if you need to learn how to trade options, stocks, make a brokerage, all the way down to understanding this, because this is what I talk about it in there. I drop this knowledge in that course. If you've taken it, it's going to click for you. If you haven't taken it, go take it right now, because I go on this topic very, very in depth. But essentially, we talk about equal and opposite reactions and how that comes in with the movement of anything. You know, that's Newton's law of motion, right? That's how anything is going to move. So why did I come up with this assertion that we're going to see a big bounce in the market? Because Newton's law. Look at what was going on through December, the biggest downturn since the Great Recession. Real estate data, housing data, job data, China, currencies, all of the data was amounting to 2010, 2011, or 2008, or even worse. And all of those, they were all happening. We were seeing a bunch of it's first time ever happenings in history. And we're seeing a lot of since this, you know, 20, 30 years ago, but they were happening in increments where they shouldn't be all happening at the same time. So it was very, very unique, and it was a big situation. But seeing all those develop, seeing the global markets, I made videos on these, documenting these so you guys could look back. But seeing all this, it's led me to believe, you know, okay, if that's all happened, we've seen the movement in the stock market, we've seen kind of the effect now, but things are still, it's getting worse. You know, what is the opposite side? Because every action has an equal or opposite reaction. So we were going to see something either equally more to the downside or to the upside. And it's ironic enough that gets shown through the indicators like down Friday, down Monday, and even how we interpret it. And even that's how hedge funds and even the technicals that I'm going to show you, that's the line of logic they're on. So that's what led me to that. And a lot of these moves, even these plays I'm showing you, McDonald's, Amazon, what made me, I bottom tick those. If you guys see literally the time I bought this, 159 and 221 on McDonald's and Amazon. McDonald's, I think I was late. Where's 159? That'd be like right here. So the first drop, yeah, you see, I get it during the first drop there on McDonald's, and then look at my timing as well too. I wait, and then I get the next set 20 minutes later, and I did this all on stream. If you go on stream, I have the recording up. You could literally go watch. We were trading live, going over everything happening. I called both of these out. I said McDonald's for you guys on stream, and I said I'm getting this on my other account, and I called it out. But then this was here at 14:21. That's this. I don't know if you guys see the time. 2:21. Let's probably zoom in. 2:21. 2:20. Well, that's 2:25, but you can see I got it like 3-4 minutes earlier. The thing is just gonna trip out when oh, there you go. Perfect. And you can't see it. 2:21. So you see, and think about it where, McDonald's was like right here when I got that. It's spacing it, but now what made me want this? And look what happened. Equal and opposite reactions. And even that's how I'm setting up myself up with the puts and calls. But this equal and opposite reactions, when you're seeing big moves in the market, it's something to pay attention to. But that's what's helping me figure it out at those times. And I talk about it live in real time, explaining the strike price, even after you guys were asking me. There's a lot more to it, but that's a good underlying premise so that you could cling to or at least understand. So that's that part. So hopefully that's how I predicted it. I didn't predict anything. No one did. I'm putting 2 and 2 together. That was my assumption. I was right. I could always be wrong. You guys are seeing, and I'm ready to adjust, but it's not anything too crazy. Pay attention to what's happening, even with history and what's going on. And that's what I'm saying. Equal and opposite reactions, what we've seen over time throughout history, what's already occurred, what's yet to occur, and that's future. But there's so many things with it, and there's so many things and signals you could see. So keep your eyes open. I love your guys' thoughts. You guys help me with that. But now let's talk about the technicals. I'll try to make this, somewhat quick. But this is this beautiful red line you see. You guys see it on the stream. Someone asked me about it. But this is the VWAP. See it right there. Volume weighted average price. So if you're on E-Trade, you could just turn it on through studies. And it says new VWAP. Wow. But what is the volume weighted average price? Go to Investopedia, look it up, but I like it as one of the only technicals I use because it is literally dollar volume. If you have heard me, and I've given VWAP shit in the past, and some people, I've probably trashed your VWAP at times before. I've slowly became a believer. I've had my people in the TTF tell me, I've had people in hedge funds tell me, and I've shitted on them for it. You guys know me in technicals, but I've slowly became a believer of here. But just how I just use it as a tool to watch, and this gives me idea because as you see, it broke above the VWAP today. It's been doing that on these rallies, but it's how you interpret it. But for me, I'm looking at more how other people interpret it. But like I was saying, it's dollar volume. Instead of seeing just the volume, instead of seeing the price, it's pretty much calculating the average based on it's the price of the transaction times it's like average price of the transaction times the amount of volume that came in to give you a more accurate price of what people are trading it at. Because 1 million shares at the bottom, it may seem like a lot, but 700,000 shares at the top could be a higher price or technical bigger investment indicating a different type of move. So you could see it over time, but the thing is, you see day after day it kind of hops around here. So it's like, how do you use it? And it could give crazy indicators. And that's why I said, go look it up. But how I use it, how I like it, and why I like it is how, and this is where I was seeing in the last 14 days, I was talking about it, noticing a walk down. You could definitely see it through the VWAP because let's go to the last like 14 days. And obviously I have this minute by minute chart, but essentially you see it trade up to the VWAP, sell up. Sometimes it'll go above it, but then kind of sell off. This is where you're going to have to do your day-to-day analysis and determine the volume weighted average price yourself and get an idea. But essentially how it works is the volume weighted average price is this, it's giving you a more of a median or a better indication of what the asset's worth, because different trades and different values come in at different times. So the concept of how the hedge funds use this is, with VWAP, you want to buy below VWAP or at VWAP or below, and you want to sell if you're above VWAP, or that's where it's getting higher, or that's where you'd want to short. But now again, it fluctuates. The whole idea is, if it's trading above the volume weighted average price, you sell. If it's trading below, you go. But it's not even, let me rephrase that. Maybe I should just rephrase that last 15 seconds, because it's not even an indicator. That was too hard. That's what I'm saying. That's the difficulty with technicals. That's too hard of a phrase to say. It's not that you buy or short or you should or do this, but it's saying those are, above and below those values, those are the most optimal times. Is that people like to sell out at the volume weighted or above the volume weighted average price, and they like to buy below that. That is their preference. That's the best way people would be indicated, or more enticed to do such things. But the timing and when that's going to happen and how, you don't know. That's what I'm saying. It's not buy or short. So please forgive me on that. And hopefully you're following. So the VWAP is, how it's being used, was what I'm saying, to notice the walk down, because you'll see the market will trade. It'll have these gap ups, go right above. It'll go above the VWAP, and if it doesn't keep trading higher and higher and higher, like we're seeing here, it traded above VWAP. It was up, and then it fell, and then obviously it's hard to, day by day, we'll see at the closes on VWAP. It is very difficult, but essentially throughout the day it kind of comes back down, then it trades below it. It's kind of coming back to where it was, or even where the average was the day before that. But then the VWAP will start to adjust. But if the trend keeps continuing here, like let's say the market keeps pushing up, or this is Amazon, the VWAP is going to start edging up, and it'll start meeting it, and then that's where you're going to start seeing. That means, okay, well, people are buying it, and actually, the buys are accumulating. So it's, again, though, you're getting an idea of where people want to purchase and where people want to sell. But you can see the walk down in that a lot of the times on the bigger moves and throughout the day on the longer scale, when you pull up beyond a 1 minute or on a daily, you could kind of start to see the walk down in effect, where any of the gaps where they would trade up to VWAP, come down, it'd go up a little bit, but kind of always match. I love on the daily chart on E-Trade, I could come up here, go to the volume, it'll tell me both my VWAP and my volume on the day. So it'll tell me the VWAP as in the average weighted price, and then I could see where it closed. So the VWAP on Amazon today was 1429.66, but it closed at 1466. Yesterday it was at 1415. I don't even know where the fuck it was. I think it closed high, but that should give you some insight. Go look into this, see how it's used by the hedge funds. That's the first intro it gives you now. I've said it so we could talk about it on stream. We will go over this, but be careful with it. You guys know how I feel about technicals. Don't be too big of a degenerate prick. But yeah, I love you. Stay at school. Stay wherever you want. Just stay on the stream. Stay out of trouble. Stay safe. Yeah, I'm trying to stall here for Vegas, so we'll see what happens. I love you. Bye.